What year was
One,
94.
Oh, right.
two. Sorry, there is three.
This is Barcelona versus AC Milan, 1994.
There is three foreigners in the Milan
say,
team. Forgive me.
I'm going to start with a random one. I'm going to say Donadoni.
Yeah, you got that.
Okay. I'm going to go with the easy ones. Baresi Maldini.
Brazy's not in the team.
Is he not? All
He must have been.
Costa Curta?
No.
Okay. Ancelotti?
No.
Wow. Right. Okay. We're getting weird then.
You named two. You named one of the foreigners.
Baggio? Roberto?
No.
In 94, was it not? Was it Juventus then?
No.
Shit. Fuck, what's the right back called?
There we go. How many seconds in are we? Well, Sam, we got where you timed that well. So just run through it, because you're gonna. Some of these are like in goal. You've got Sebastiano Rossi.
Yeah.
Then you've got Sassotti. You've got Panucci. You've got
Panucci was all stuck on.
Albertini. Galli.
Midfield.
Yeah. Then you've got Maldini, Donadoni, Marcel Desailly.
Do you know what? I was thinking Desailly because on Footy Manager 95, he's unreal and you can never get him.
Playing as a midfielder.
He was. He got moved back.
FIFA's lied to me.
And then you've got Savicevic and Mascherano.
Savejevic.
Sorry, I can't pronounce Smith.
Savicevic.
Allow me, man. I don't know. I wasn't watching football in the 90s.
So you got Savejevic, Dejan Savejevic. So is he a Yugoslav at the time? Because is it post? No, it's post, so it'll be a Croat.
Yeah, I think it is. Let's have a look what they've classed him as playing for. Serbia and Montenegro. Sorry, I don't want to upset anyone there because I know that obviously matters. Go on.
Is that City's?
What's the rest of the team?
DOF on the bench for Barcelona.
Yes. Tixi, yeah?
Yeah.
He played against us in 91.
And all roads lead to 1991. There we go.
Tick that box.
Because Finn's on the Brew today, Steve decided to give him a bit of an education because Finn knows modern football very well. He knows the academy team very well. You'll see him on the academy review later.
Pot of glue about the Italian.
But he doesn't know the Italian team from the 90s. And I've just blown Finn's mind by telling me and Steve, by telling him there was a rule in the 90s that you couldn't have three foreigners, count them, three, in your team for the European Cup. So when people say, the Champions League, why didn't United win the Champions League before 99?
So, without giving away who I interviewed with Rio this morning.
Go on.
Because it's not out, that person's name yet.
Okay.
But that individual did discuss the 94 team being one of his
favourites. Because that's my favourite ever United team.
Yeah.
Closely followed by the one last
Rio
night.
obviously asked him about the 2 Champions League wins.
Yeah.
And he went, don't forget about. And I was in the corner going, yes. Because we had a bit of a chat beforehand, and I said, throw in about the 94 team as well, and he went around and put in the notes. Because the 94 team. So the reason we kind of came onto that was talking about a little bit about how the 08 team played in Europe versus the 99 team, and how that played in Europe, and obviously how that we were talking about Juventus and how they played and that in Europe, and the 94 team was just. I don't know if there's a way to describe them in modern terms. They just went for you.
Yeah.
They were bedlam is the word I would use. They were just like defending. Don't think so.
Don't worry about that. And also,
we defend by attacking.
You got away with proper challenges then and proper tackles, and it was it had everything.
Instant Keane in
midfield, just going around levering everyone, but could play football as well. And also, the amount of games these people played is insane, right? Yeah? I'm going to throw some stats at you here, right? Peter Schmeichel played 60 games, right? He's a goalkeeper, whatever. Paul Parker, who people don't even give him that much props, Paul Parker.
Just in the 94 season.
Yeah, this is in the one season. 55 games. Irwin, 61. What a loser. Bruce, 61. What, you think you're having a breather?
Never even heard of a metatarsal.
Yeah. Gary Pallister, 60. Missed one Premier League game in 2 seasons.
Forgive me if I'm wrong on this, but didn't the same 11 play 20 games that year?
Probably. Yeah, look at this. Right. I can give you that 11. I can do it from the song. Schmeichel, Parker, Pallister, Irvin, Bruce, Sharpening, Hughes, McClare, Keane, Cantona,
Robson, Kanchelskis, and Giggs.
Yeah, so it would have been Schmeichel.
People at home going,
what? Don't worry
what's going on here?
Yeah, I wish I was old enough to remember us being good.
Yeah, don't worry. You've seen the academy team better than anyone. With those days coming back. So it's Schmeichel, Parker,
Pallister.
Parker, Pallister, Bruce, yeah. Irwin, right?
How did status quo come up with that?
Mate, it's genius. It was number one, wasn't it, that?
Yeah.
Mate,
It
I
was
used to
so
love that
bad.
song. I know,
It was
it's terrible.
so
Now
bad.
listen back to it.
Think about some cringe-worthy shit that clubs do nowadays. But everyone had an FA Cup final song.
Yeah.
Get to the FA Cup final, you got to do a song.
You got to do, like Spurs used to have Chaz and David and they used to wheel them out. Who else was there? There's a load of them, but I think didn't Ian Wright do one as well once. So it was Kanchelskis and Giggs, sometimes Sharp though. That's where your 11 probably goes a bit skew-if because Giggs and
Mickey
Sharp.
Phelan played a few games and Robbo played a few games because it was Keenan Ince.
Yeah.
But Robbo
Shockey
would,
as well.
Yeah,
because
they would all
he lost his
rotate in
place
and out.
to Keenan. And then Cantona and Mark Hughes up front. But do you know what? And this does lead on to last night. I think last night, for me, is the second best comeback I've ever seen at Old Trafford. I think the best comeback at Old Trafford, for me personally, will always be Bruce and Sheffield Wednesday. I know that's not but that was just
You'll have to enlighten me.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
So,
my dad left for that one as well.
no! No!
He's got so much form for fucking off.
I said to Steve this morning, like, I almost left. Right? My mate wanted to leave last night, and I had to sort of convince him to stay. And by the time we were almost leaving, like, I'd sort of convinced him to watch sort of a bit, so give it another minute on the concourse. And then we got the penalty, and then the rest obviously we stayed for. And you said your dad left early, didn't you? Now, I did it the other way around for that Bruce one in 92. So 92, 93, United haven't won a title for 26 years.
Yeah.
Villa are flying. We've got Sheffield Wednesday at home.
We're halfway there, Jay.
Yeah, we need to win. If we don't win this game, we ain't going to win the title.
Yep.
If we do, we probably will. It's that kind of game.
1-0 down.
1-0 down.
And this is pre-lengthy injury time. Nowadays, 5-6 minutes, that's commonplace.
Standard.
It was one
Yeah.
and shut your mouth.
What's that?
Really?
3 people got stretched off. All right, we'll give you 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah.
But thankfully, right, people won't remember this. The referee got injured during the game, right?
Hamstring, wasn't it?
Yeah. See knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Fergie's been in the ear of the fucking officials.
Encyclopedic.
We live in the 90s.
I don't know. Yeah, why would I go
It's
past
90,
2001? Fuck off.
It's 97 in this house all day.
Every day.
Every
Best
day,
films,
mate. We're
best
still looking
tunes.
forward to the
We were
evening
good.
now.
Fuck off.
Leave it.
Champions League was still good.
Exactly. So Fergie's been in the ear of the fourth official about added time. That fourth official then becomes the referee. So he's got in his head.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm adding time on here. I couldn't get a ticket. Didn't let that put me off. We were all, young lads who went down to the ground 4 hours before kick-off and tried what we could to try and get in. Couldn't get in that day. When the gates used to open, you just be able to walk in. So they let us out. Everyone's like, running. We've all ran in. First thing I've seen is Steve Bruce equalise. Mint going berserk. Then 5 minutes later, he's got the winner. That's when Brian Kidd and Fergie on the pitch because
I've seen that. Yeah.
that was iconic.
Yeah.
That was the best comeback I've probably seen, and it still resonates with me because 32 years later, me and Steve still talk about it at least twice a day.
It's the occasion as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the occasion. Last night felt up there with anything. It did. It felt, and I know you got to put context in it. We're going through Europa League,
bollocks.
bore
It's a
off,
United
right?
game.
It is. It's a United game, and also I think the fact we're shit adds more to it.
Yeah.
Because if we were top of the league, right? If we were sat in first now, us winning a Europa League quarter final wouldn't mean as much as it does with us sat in fucking 14th, where our only chance of European football, let alone Champions League football next season, is if we win this competition. We were 5 minutes away from going out of because we were 2 goals down at 10 men when we fucking scored 2 goals, one of which was scored by our favourite player, Kobe Mainoo.
Anyone that's besmirching people enjoying
Besmirching such an underrated
the
word.
moment that game was. The 3 goals in 5 minutes, the winning it after losing it after winning it, like the whole circumstance of all of that lot. That is why we watch sport.
That's the point.
It's for moment. Yeah, it is. It's the point, Finn. You're right.
Yeah.
It's the point. Otherwise, what is the point?
Yeah.
What are you going there to watch us draw 0-0 with Wolves on Sunday? Is that what you're hoping for? Is that it? Or do you want to see moments like that?
And people are like, oh, it wasn't a good performance.
fuck
Imagine thinking I care.
Yeah.
Does anyone, right? Here's something for you. Steve's going to answer this. Steve, how good did United play in 99 Champions League final?
Clinically dog shit. should have been 3-0 down before it even got to Ollie coming on.
I will never understand it when people say to me, I'm not trying to be a twat, right? People say, I watched the 99 final the other day, I watched the full 90 minutes. I think, why? Fast forward it to the last 5 minutes.
Because I'll tell you why, right?
Go on.
It's like climbing mountains.
Right.
You got to grind to get the moment.
And it is a grind.
And it's a grind. There's no other way around
it's minging.
You got to earn it.
Yeah, because we were...
You can't just put that 3 minutes on.
Yeah,
That's the problem with this generation.
well.
You just want your 3 minutes without having to sit through that shit first. That's the problem. And that's why yesterday was good, because we sat through that shit. We won it. We almost got the slippers out. We somehow capitulate. Another good word. Well done. It's Friday afternoon. It's a fucking bank holiday.
He's on it on a bank holiday Friday.
On fire.
With his word of the day toilet paper.
And then they score one of the simplest, most frustratingly shit goals to make it 3. Then it's a soft penalty for 4, and you're in full-on mode.
No. Yeah, it made me laugh because I posted on Instagram and Janine replied saying Steve was done with it all at 42. And I said, so was I. I was like, forget this. I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck, this is all right. Joe and McEnroe, whoever wants to do it, can do it.
And then I still don't even know how we ended up with the penalty. I don't even know how it happened. Harry Maguire should have got one.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what the problem
that was more
was?
of a pen.
The problem was, right, because we'd gone down the course.
I actually still don't know how we got a penalty.
Well, this is the issue I had, because we've down on the concourse, and I think the commentary's MUTV.
Jay bailed.
I went back up there, right? I wasn't like out of the ground. I was halfway out. And the commentary's MUTV in it.
Yeah.
So it's all very biased. So it's all going, well, that's a definite penalty. And I'm thinking, is it though? Are they going to give it? He's got to give a penalty, but when he goes to the monitor, you think, surely he will. Anyway, thankfully he did.
But I didn't think
we
Bruno
scored because I didn't watch it.
Didn't think Bruno. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. No. I didn't think Bruno was going to score. His body language didn't look like he was going to score to me. He does score, but even the celebration in the ground was kind of more like a.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even then, people won't believe.
No, it was
You wouldn't,
Mainoo's.
would you? Yeah.
People lost their mind for Mainoo's, and then obviously
that was
like
so good.
And the
Maguire
quality
one
of the
was-
goal as well.
What a goal!
Mate, that was so good. Like,
It was such a Mainoo goal, wasn't it?
yeah.
How many
Such
better players are there in the small spaces in moments like that where you've just got to have the most insane composure? I don't think there's many better in the game.
How have we won? How did we score?
Words.
The words and that, right? How did we score 3 goals in 5 minutes without a fucking forward on the pitch?
Mate, I loved it, mate. I loved it.
Do you
Like,
know
it was just
the
brilliant.
thing I love the most about it is Ruben Amorim is like this mad, anal, systematic manager, and we win it by the most Tony Pulis shit that you could imagine.
Who's that
Stick
big
Maguire
lump?
up
Stick
top.
him up.
Yeah.
Right, you, slabhead, get your head on that.
You with a 4-stone dome.
Yeah,
up
go
you
on.
go.
And I love how blunt he
Casemiro
is
and Mainu
about
are
it
good
as
on the
well.
ball. You
like
can
in
join
the interview
him.
afterwards, he's just like, he's the only one that can score with his head. Sometimes you just got to keep it simple. Look at which players
you
you've
know
got.
that tick-attacker nonsense and all this progressive spanky
How do we
football.
win? We put it in the mixer.
Yeah, and he gets his bonds on it, and we score, and that's what we did. Honestly, that atmosphere for those last 5 minutes was as good as I could.
It was a good
imagine.
atmosphere for the entire game, actually.
Yeah.
When I walked in, I thought, crowd's on it today.
Yeah, we were on it. Obviously, first half things went a little bit sour, but those last sort of whatever it was, it felt like a lot longer, but it was obviously only 5 minutes. It was unreal.
Did you see my review?
Yeah, you're because I wasn't far from you, was it? Because I was where Mac usually sits, so we're on like the straight.
There's a kid that I ended up getting a little bit in my review. He's got earmuffs on, and he needed them last night as well. For the last 3 or 4 matches, and we haven't. I don't think we've won any of them either.
Yeah.
Been draws and losses and all sorts of stuff. And the last couple of times I've said to him, "We used to be good, you know."
This is like me with my son.
It's like we used to be good, you know. And then last night he was losing his mind, didn't want to leave. He's like asking his dad for loads of photos, just take more photos of me in here. And I'm like, that is what it is all about, isn't it?
I fucking love it. It's so good when you see stuff like that. Because when we were stood, I was stood near, there was a guy there with his son, and he recognised me and I was like chatting to them. And then I kept apologising for the language I was using. And he was like, don't worry about it, like it's fine.
You're at a football match, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I felt a bit like his son was only little, but it was just going berserk, and it was so good. The atmosphere was absolutely banging, and I was just like, "This is what it's all about, man. This is what you sit through fucking 3-0 at home to Bournemouth and fucking what was it, 3-1 against Brighton and fucking God knows what else, the shit hour against bloody the worst Southampton or the worst Premier League team ever, and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? You're like, why do we bother with this? And then that's why you bother with it, because of those moments. And what makes me laugh, right, is we have been, right, we were mint for 20 years, yeah? Like, unbelievable. Winning title after title, 13 titles in 20 years, 4 2 Champions League wins, 2 more finals, European Cup Winners' Cup, everything, right? Just absolutely smashing it. Yeah, genuinely, I think 2 of the best moments I've ever had at Old Trafford have come in last year.
That's what some of the blokes said last night.
Genuinely.
I think that was even better, than the Ahmad one.
That's been the best night at Old Trafford in 10 years. And I was like...
Think about it. Like...
Well, we haven't really had loads of... Like, post-Fergie, the only one I could think of that sprung to my head quickly was Olympiacos with Van Persie's hat-trick.
When Giggs had just decided, right, I'm going to make sure we go through to the quarters.
There was the Ahmad one last year, but I can't really think of too many in the last 10 years. There's been some big nights away from home.
Yeah.
Paris, obviously, is a standout.
Yeah.
I won't tell you what Dave Pritt said because we're not going to cancel him.
You make it sound worse when you say things like that than what he actually said.
Fucking bad, though.
I think it's just par for the course for Dave. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, there's not been loads of nights like that.
No.
But that, that is what you... I mean, that 99 team, I think we came from behind 17 times in that season.
It's ridiculous,
Which is fucking joke.
But I still think of this Liverpool game in that season. Stands out for me.
Does it make you worry? Does it make you worry about the new stadium?
That's a
Moments
good
like
question.
that.
A few people were asking that last night because it's like...
If it ends up being a big spacious one like the Emirates or Wembley...
Yeah.
To be fair, you've had limbs at Wembley though, haven't you?
Yeah. It is what you make it, innit? Like, it is. I mean, I know it's still not going to be Old Trafford, and there is that.
But I hope they're thinking about the acoustics and genuinely like putting some thought into how the stadium.
It might have been me as well, like, because
how the sound travels.
It sounded so loud at the end there. I don't know.
But do you know what? It doesn't sound loud to the rest of the stadium.
Right.
Stretford end sounds loud to the Stretford end.
Right.
It doesn't carry to the end
I'm
of the
usually
pitch.
in the TRA bit, next to the TRA bit near the tunnel. And that's always loud because
the angle of them roofs capture it all.
Yeah, but it felt like a proper, like, this is absolutely bouncing.
Maybe that's what the tent's about. Maybe the tent will like keep it all in and reflect it.
Or maybe we'll pipe it in like Liverpool and City do.
God, yeah, do you know what? Loads of comments, loads of chat. Simon Platt, welcome to the first team. Andrew Haney, welcome to the first team. Mike...
Altered Shape says the 7-1 before, it was 18 years ago for starters. But yeah, that was a mad atmosphere.
I wasn't at that game, you know. I missed that game.
Roma.
Yeah, Roma.
It was a little bit spicy outside.
Joe Smith was there. He always was me facing it. That he was there and I wasn't. Not bad. Do you know what else I love that season as well? Where I was the Milan game. Where we won, didn't we? At all, Rooney's last minute winner.
God,
mate.
That was limbs. That was one where I ended up in a different block,
mate. That was class, mate.
I was East
Honestly,
Lower.
I was convinced that was it. We're going to win the Champions League this season, and we didn't.
Was that when we lost 3-0 away?
Yeah, we did. Everyone was ill.
Me and Ben were going to drive to Milan because we couldn't get a flight. We're going to drive to Milan. You know how far away that is? Well far.
Yeah,
it's like
further
you have to get like 3 buses.
Yeah.
Right, honestly.
Start with a ferry.
You need at least £6 to get there. Mike, who's been a member of the first team for 40 months, says 08 home to Spurs comeback was a great comeback for the title as well. Was that the one that ended up about 5-3 when? Was that the Berbatov one?
I think it was 5-2.
5-2. There was a few against Spurs, wasn't there? Peter Kelly says, was chatting to Steve after the game, hadn't got a clue how to talk about what
Pete,
we just saw. Head was spinning.
That I was chatting to. I chatted to a lot of people last night.
It was good. It was fucking class. Joe C, who's been a member of the Academy 52 months, says Varane and Casemiro have won everything and they still look like they've never experienced wins as great as the ones with United. Only United can do that. Casemiro.
Barcelona was pretty happy. That was one of the better ones. Wes Brown that day does not get enough credit.
Oh,
that
mate.
was,
yeah.
People are trying to get this follow because United are going to Bilbao. Don't really work.
My mate said this last night about that chat.
The Moscow one.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's exactly what he said last night.
God, because the follow because United are going to Moscow. God, oh my God,
yeah,
come on.
That is perfect.
And that was that Barcelona semi. That as that whistle goes, because it felt like about 3/4 of an hour injury time in that Barcelona one, and then normally I pretty relaxed, I think, as fans, aren't we? We fuck off early, but that I think it was in the ground for half an hour afterwards, just singing follow because United were going to Moscow.
I remember when it started getting chanted before the final whistle had gone, and I'm like, whoa.
And it was back to
hang on a minute. Let's not get carried away
Yeah.
here because there's still some graft to put in here. But oh man, Wes Brown, you're so right. Wes Brown was
Colossus.
Like so. humble as well. If you ever speak to Wes Brown, which we've been lucky enough to do, and you ask him about it, it's like, takes it in his stride. Yeah, you know, Messi and that, innit?
Barcelona,
Messi,
Champions League.
Barcelona, yeah.
Even like getting an assist in a Champions League final is like, we worked on that.
Yeah.
He's like, but it's left foot stood one up at the back post for Ronaldo to airtime it in. And he's like,
Yeah,
But it was my second Champions League.
What are you on about? Don't normalise it. Yes, Sean Greaves says, love that vid last night, Steve Quality. Yeah, you was in the stadium making vids, which is, you don't usually do that, do you? Shows you it's an occasion. Vlog. You got it, haven't you? Something like that, man. Jesus Christ.
I didn't say anything of note, though, I don't think.
Nothing new there.
I don't think you need to say anything for something like that.
Clearly.
Was it just gobbledygook? I did something at the radio and it was just me shouting, but with hardly any voice at all. Everyone's buzzing. Just greatness, pure greatness, says Dylan Mems. Darren Waters says, if we beat Milan in 07, we would have had the Scousers in the final.
Yeah. Was it Athens?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know about that, you know. I don't know if that might have been a blessing in disguise.
Or a fucking bloodbath.
Yeah, because we beating Liverpool in the Champions League final would have been the greatest feeling ever, but there's a flip side to it.
Yeah, losing to them.
Yeah, and it's like...
And do you know what? I don't know if you can go.
No, I especially not back in those days. I want to trust in myself. Not a chance. Yeah, it would have been too much.
Carnage.
Too much.
Yeah.
So you've been a bit spoiled, you think, you say?
Spoiled?
You have. Right.
How
People
have I been
go on
spoiled?
about, like, younger generation have had shite to watch for years, but you've had the 4-3 against Liverpool, right? At the Ahmad minute.
I don't think
Our
that this
banter era
argument
has actually got more trophies than most people's golden
You've had
era.
last night. Also, we beat City in the FA Cup final on your watch as well. You've had it all.
I'm not having this. I've not been spoiled.
Me and him were sat here scraping past Barcelona.
19.
96, you're all right.
Yeah.
And you've had all these
How old was you when we
epic
last won a
moments.
title? It must have been
I was 8.
right?
Yeah.
So this is...
Go on.
My dad was born in 1960. When we last won a title... When obviously he saw us win a title in 68.
67, the title, 68.
Yeah.
Champions
Oh, sorry,
League.
67, yeah. So he would have been 7. And then he was then 33, I guess.
Yeah.
By the time we won the next title.
Right, it's the same.
Strap in, Finn.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
I mean,
Project
there's a
2028.
good chance me and Steve have seen our last titles.
I don't think so. Wait on next season.
Wait. No one's floated that in my presence.
I'm just saying.
We are like... We are
I'm not...
in the trenches of middle age, by the
Yeah,
way, right?
Right? There is a chance we have seen United win our last time.
Hang on, can I have a moment?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Steve. I don't like to depress you.
No, I need a moment to go through this a little bit and throw some maths around my head and algorithms.
Let's sit on that.
Because, I mean, you know, this is a cheery brew today, and I've brought the tone down. I didn't mean to, but United potentially could... If you can go 26 years without a title, you can go 30 years without a title. You could go 30 years from now without a title. Look where we are.
Right. Let me just pump the brakes a little minute, right? Okay. From now, it could take 10 years, right?
That's
going to take probably, out of them 10 years, 7 years of very good decision making.
Okay.
Right. 1 or 2 where,
Yeah.
right? But if Newcastle find their checkbook, because it's a big one, City
Get a grip.
get promoted back to the Premier League, and then just go on a rampage out of spite.
Yeah. Out of spite.
I don't like these odds.
I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't mean to be that guy. We was talking the other week on, I think it might have been Paddock podcast or something with Joe and Ronnie, and I think I brought it up. I think Joe might have brought it up, to be fair. He asked me the question, like, do you ever worry that you've seen your last title? It's like, well, until you said that, I didn't, and now you mention it. Because I'm with you, like, my dad's the same age as yours, and I remember my dad, right, and his mates. Nicky Henry scored for Oldham, didn't he, against Villa? And that won us the title.
Wait, how did you learn this news?
We were at my dad's mate's house. I think my dad's mate had Sky. So we were at his house.
Fucking posh bastard.
I know, he had, you know, he was trouble.
Because these kids don't know today. Do you know what I found out?
Go on.
Ceefax.
Ceefax. Do you know how Fergie found out?
How?
Someone told him because he'd gone golfing for the day.
Yeah.
Someone came onto the golf course and told him.
These kids today don't know about that because it'd be a tweet, you'd be in your WhatsApp groups, you would know the second it was a thing.
Yeah. Like
Ceefax. No, it takes 30 seconds to refresh a Ceefax page.
I don't know the word you're saying.
I found out. Did you find out which signings did you find out from Ceefax?
What is Ceefax?
What is Ceefax? Bless you.
Andy Cole would have been a Ceefax.
Andy Cole for me was the MEN before it became what it became.
Joe, the one I can remember for the MEN, and this is it sounds like a 1940s Hollywood film. Read all about it, right? Was outside Kendall's.
Yeah.
Evening News Final, Dwight York signs for Manchester United. No way, gives a paper. Like out of a fucking film, right? And I'm reading it on the bus on the way home. Dwight York. Ink all over my hands because it's still fucking wet. What the fuck?
Hey, that is mental.
Reading it in a paper, Finn.
A newspaper.
That someone printed
paper,
hot off the press.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
No one
has a meaning.
No one's rang you. No one's on your phone. You've not seen it online.
Hey, you have a phone.
Yeah. You've literally. There's a guy with a
what are you
piece
laughing
of
at, you
paper.
dickhead? It was 1998. You have a phone. No one's selling drugs. Jay had a phone.
Yeah, I had a
right?
phone. I had three.
I didn't have a phone. Are you mad? I was a feral kid. I left the house and I returned. That was it. And what happened in between? Who the fuck knows?
That was what it was like, though, wasn't it? I'm out for the day, right? See you in a bit. You're only 11. No one cares. You come back at tea time. That's all that matters.
See, it wasn't neglect.
No,
it was free range.
It was love. It was, I'm teaching you about the ways of life. Go and do what you got to do.
It was literally like
tea is you're gonna get.
Evening News Final. Dwight York, £12.6 million. Just walked out of Kendall's. You could still do shopping in real life back then. Didn't have to have been on the internet.
No,
right? Or Ceefax, and so Ceefax is like.
Tell Finn what Ceefax is, because we're talking.
It's like 8-bit internet through your telly.
Through your telly.
Through your telly.
Right. Can we
get an image of it up? Right. So on your telly, you would press. There was a teletext button.
Yeah.
And it would bring up like an internet page on your telly, right? But there weren't many pages, and you had to put in a number,
Ceefax.
right? So you had to put in the number. So the numbers on the side, you had to put them in on your telly remote. 302 is your football.
Yeah.
Just go straight to it. We know.
Or you can press the green button. There you go.
Okay.
It'll take you straight to
bit of a shortcut, yeah. But 302 is where we're going.
Yeah.
It is
You're too ancient, aren't you?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
We are.
Fucking look all right, though, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
so,
right.
302, Bosch, there you go. Get your football on. And it was on there. And it was like a headline and a sentence.
Yeah.
And that's all you need.
That's it.
Simpler
Or you
times.
ring the 0898 club call number.
Yeah.
That was class.
Right? You rack up an 85 quid phone
Yeah,
bill,
it
and then
was-
your dad doesn't take you to the 1992 League Cup final.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
He sells
you
you
get a
fucking
bollocking
ticket,
for
and he
it.
sells your ticket, and tells you he sold your ticket to pay for the fucking phone bill you got, you little twat. Brings you a programme home, though. Am I better? A little bit. I'm going to be honest with you.
Bamboozle pointed out the other. Did you ever play Bamboozle?
Fucking course I did.
Bamboozle
What else was I
was
going to do?
class.
There was nothing else to do at 5 a.m. as a fucking 8-year-old.
Hey, Bamboozle. I used to love that. Yeah, it was quality. That's a quiz.
Didn't have an iPad out, did I?
Yeah, honestly, that was.
The Wordle of
It was
old
It
times.
was the Wordle. This is it. This is how it used to be for us. So you find out news. I found out Andy Cole from the MEN.
Yeah.
And I found out Eric, I think, from Ceefax. So that's how you'd find out, because like Steve was
Yeah,
saying.
you would get your match scores on there, but Jesus Christ, it was like 5 minutes after it happened
Hey,
before
what
they'd
about
update
the football pink?
it. Yeah, football pick. And then your hands would just get covered in black ink.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it was literally, so their whole vibe,
Yeah.
right? It just, what was the logistics of that, by the way?
I don't know.
So the whole vibe was, it was a pink paper, hence the football pink. It was literally a pink newspaper.
Yeah.
And they printed it, and I don't know what they fucking used to print it, but you wore it.
Yeah.
Because it was so fast that that shit didn't dry.
Yeah.
They didn't heat it up or nothing.
Yeah.
They just
But they got it sent out like
blast it
same
on
hour.
there.
Yeah.
They must have been vans revving the bollocks off themselves in second gear around Manchester, just throwing bundles out at shops.
Yeah.
And you would go, it was like 50p, I think.
Yeah,
50p
maybe,
pink?
might even be less than that, I think.
Yeah, it probably
50p
was.
Sounds
Yeah, a
if
bit
you
of
got a
excess.
magazine for 50p,
It might have been
be
10p.
Yeah, I think it was.
Or
And then
20p or something.
That'd have your results in. So that'd be
Yeah.
like, so say you're in a title race.
No
with, say,
Twitter.
Leeds.
Yeah.
You
You're
go-
waiting on
you-
the
You need the
got-
pink.
Yeah.
See, without you,
football pink.
you try and get the radio on,
Bring
but
it
even
back.
that, you're listening to all sorts of wibble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need the pink.
Go get a pink, right? Oh, great, Leeds have lost. That kind of thing. That's what it'd be like.
See,
It was
kids
crazy.
today, no patience.
Do you know what I mean?
We'd have to wait. We'd have to wait minutes
Yeah.
for
Now,
anything.
now, you can have stats. There was no stats. Goals and that was it.
I remember the first time I learnt about passing stats. It's about 1999.
About to say,
someone
was
said
that
David
like
May was
there
like our
wasn't-
second best passer, and you're like, huh? But then you think about it, well, he's pussy.
Saying there wasn't XG in field tilt in pink football.
No,
Football
none
pink.
of that. You were lucky if you got how many goals there were.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest with you, lucky if you got the score. You weren't even getting corners. They weren't telling you any of that. You get the score.
Yeah.
They might even not even. They might. It was touch and go if they tell you there's a red card. Right.
Did you at least know who you were playing?
Yeah.
The team?
You'd have the team. You
Okay.
play Nottingham Forest. Mark Robin scored. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Yeah. That
That's
was
all
it.
you need.
That is basically it, innit?
Weirdly, they put a lot of emphasis on attendance.
Yeah.
That was a stat that you got.
Yeah.
44,824.
There you go. You see, and they have the spot the ball competition, which was class.
Spot the ball.
Yeah, that's literally what it says. It was just
Look
like
for a ball.
they'd take the ball out of the picture and you had to put it across where it should be, and the nearest one.
Ceefax,
Would
the
would
football
send it back
pink,
to them.
£200 or something.
listening to the radio,
Yeah,
better or worse?
it's worse. We're being
Worse now?
nostalgic.
Oh, that was worse.
That was worse. That was so anxious. You were so anxious all the time.
But did it not feel like a payoff because it built up? Because like sometimes, like last night we were in the ground, Bilbao won. Like, no build-up. No, who do we get? We're through. Fucking hell, who have we got?
Yeah, but Steve, you know better than I do, right? The amount of misinformation that used to fly around. Fucking hell. The amount of times I've celebrated thinking...
That's where transfer rumours were actually. They get a bit of... This is why people still laugh about Wesley Sneijder.
Yeah.
Seen him in a fucking spa down the road.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that was
'Cause-
it. That was like that for just scores and stuff. You got how did mate? How
Oh,
did
mate, he
Villa
won
get
4-1.
on?
Oh, Scouts won 4-1.
Fucking hell!
You found out he didn't. It was 0-0.
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
Not even close.
Yeah. Some dickhead outside the ground told me he lost 4-1.
He had a radio up to his head and everything.
Yeah.
He must have known.
But he was listening to Aberdeen
You've been,
versus
yeah,
Celtic.
you've been swindled.
Yeah. So it was. Whilst we look back on it with fondness, there was a lot of angst. You know what I mean? There was.
But we had nothing else to do.
Back then.
Yeah, and also like this
Might as
morning,
well worry.
This morning, right? Your payment's been taken for your semi-final ticket, or whatever. What you've not had to do, right, this morning is get up, get your fucking token sheet out, and get your token from last night from your ticket stub.
And your
glue
Pritt
it
stick.
on, your Pritt stick, glue it on, and then fucking take it out to the ticket office in person,
Yeah.
and
Could
try
you
and
not
get a
fake
ticket
them?
out of it.
Could you not fake your
Oh,
time?
you never thought of that, Finn? Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, if you were lucky, like you could
Printing
do that.
technology's come a long way.
Ah,
But what
yeah,
you were
that's true,
talking about
yeah.
then was some serious industrial
You'd have been in
operations.
demand though, because now and again, the reserve team or the academy team games would have a token on that you could use.
I remember going to Old Trafford in about 92, 93, something like that. Because United, this is a
I
weirdness.
think me and you might have been. It's the same game, you know. This is
Burnley at home.
I can't remember the game. I'll tell you what. I
United
remember.
wore the blue and white Aztec kit at
There's one
home.
I remember when Mark Bosnich was in goal for us before he went to Villa, and it was for that purpose.
Right.
Where we had to, you got a coupon on that ticket. So me and
Yeah,
my dad
so
went.
you special tokens. So you
Yeah.
had your match day tokens, which I hated when they made it the centre of your ticket. So you had to cut your ticket up.
Yeah.
Because obviously people would walk in, buy 15 programmes,
Yeah.
and now you got all your tokens. So they made it the match ticket, and obviously people are cutting with the match. No one wants to cut you. You want to
No,
keep
you
your
want
match
to keep your
ticket.
ticket
don't you?
in,
Yeah.
intact.
But I remember there was a special token. It was like a reserve game at home, which is fucking legend.
Yeah.
They make you go to reserve games
I
and
love
stuff.
That's smart, yeah.
And we walked in, gone through the turnstile, and I've started walking. I've my fucking collar felt.
Yeah. Where you going?
Back out, back in again.
Only a quid.
Because you've got to get another fucking token sheet. And then I've like, fuck's sake, right, okay, gone in. And we've gone in a north stand. And I've got to go back in again. And I've had my fucking collar felt again. And we're going home. What are we doing? I only came for the token sheets.
So it used to be like.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Different will, Finn. Loads of comments. Someone's asked, Wala Dilly Dalla, or Dilly Da, hey guys, since Ethan is gone, who is the producer now? Introduce us to the producer. It's producer Ben, you've seen him. He was on the...
Oh, just walk round Northern Quarter. He looks like all of them.
yeah, he looks like Joe
Got a beanie
Smith.
on.
Yeah, he's got a fucking beanie on.
He's got tattoos, he's got a
fucking
beanie
specky,
on.
he's got a shit beard.
He's
He's literally every fucking amalgamation of Northern Quarter stereotype you could think of. And he runs.
yeah, that's producer Ben.
What's your weird diet habit?
Oh,
Carnivore.
I mean, my weird diet habit would be like eating at like 1 a.m. instead of eating at a normal time.
Okay, he eats at 1 a.m. rather than eating at a normal time.
That's not
so,
too bad.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not. I thought he was going to like
Yeah.
only drink goat's milk
Yeah.
or whatever. Oh, no, well, hang on a minute. What do you have in your brews?
Oh, I have oat milk in mine.
There we go.
There you go. He has oat milk in
Oat
his
milk.
cups of tea. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Prick.
But unlike Ethan, he makes a brew now and again. Ethan never did because he didn't actually drink any. Ken O'Reilly says, is Ethan actually gone? Right, can we stop acting like Ethan was like you know,
Good at that.
Yeah,
He did anything.
yeah. Like, he pressed a few fucking buttons. What did he do? And also, he'll be back soon with his tail between his legs. They always come back. Sean Green says, nice takedown, Steve. Akaske laughing. And at the void, oh, whoa, no, I'm not going to read that. Sorry, I was almost about to, and then I realised where it was going.
Interesting.
What's his Mount stare down that everyone's on about? Mount staring down Maguire?
Hey.
No, what that's all about, to be honest with you. Do you know what it is, right? I'll be honest. I can't really remember anything of the game last night.
No.
It just...
It needs a few days to marinate in the
When I was
memory,
thinking about it, like, earlier today, and I was thinking, like, what actually happened? And I was thinking, what was their first goal like? What was our goal like?
I still don't actually know what the bloody hell happened for both of their goals. I've seen a replay of them and I've just gone,
I just remember
Yeah.
the Shirky one on the edge of the box.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Left foot.
But, like, then the
it's a
penalty
blur.
as well, I've forgotten about that.
Was that the one? No, that wasn't the one.
Was that Mount? Was the penalty Shaw and Delow?
Yeah, no, Shaw and Euro.
Shaw
and
and
Euro.
Euro.
Did
But it was
Euro get
mainly
booked for it?
No, I think
No.
didn't Euro get booked for dissent at one point?
Oh, right, that might be the one.
I think he
Maybe.
did get
I
booked.
thought he was getting booked for the penalty.
But it was mainly Shaw
I
on
thought
the
it was
penalty. Euro wasn't actually. He didn't make any contact.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
just
no.
Shaw.
I think Euro got booked for dissent during the penalty.
Okay.
Because he kicked off, so I think he did. What was that? It was Shaw, but Euro called the ref. Shit after that. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
can
on
not do
camera
that.
as well, yeah.
mate. Did you see Ahmad's post though?
He had about 5.
That is so fucking good. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but that's what happens when you let footballers do what they want without a media team getting hold of him, and the footballers are mental.
This is what we want.
Yeah, we want a bit of personality. None of this, oh, we go again and, oh, the fans was fantastic. No, troll your mates for their shit goal and fluffing a chance, yeah? Have a go at him, and also spell United wrong. It makes it
spell
funnier.
everything wrong.
Yeah, spell everything wrong. And actually, when you read it back,
We got a new way, Rooney, on our hands.
it is
I'm so here for
is
it.
class. And also, even the reply, let me
Do not-
find
He
it.
was
Just-
replying to loads of different people.
Do not get a social media team. Just
No, do not let anyone near us.
United will never die.
United, actually.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, United will never die. Congrats,
Died.
Manu,
United will
for
never died.
You are shit goal. Fuck Ghana for that miss. You gave us pain heart.
Got every word.
It was like, is this Ahmad's real account? He put, no, it's Amarim.
Shut up, you
Yeah,
bifter.
it's that.
Wait.
If someone says, like,
Oh,
you
he
go to his
hasn't-
replies,
he hasn't
click on his
deleted it, has
replies.
he?
No, it's still there. I'm looking at it now. So,
Oh, you got it.
yeah,
go on his
go
replies.
scroll up and go on to replies, and you'll find it. Go on to Ahmad's actual thing.
Yeah.
Click on his thing. Click on his account.
Oh, his account.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right. Click on replies. There
Go
we
out in the
go.
Northern Quarter
I
with
know,
a
yeah.
fucking waffle and get a new one.
There you go. And you'll see it there. No Amarim account.
And he replied to someone commenting on his English as well.
Yeah, we did like that. Someone says you need to work on your English. Do you know what? I love him. Put that on screen. Get that on screen, Ben, please.
Oh, I love him so much.
He's absolutely class.
And he's back soon.
Seriously. He's just don't stop him, right? I don't want the media team going anywhere near him and telling him to tone
Yeah,
it down
yeah.
or saying, oh, you can't really say that about your teammates. Fuck off. He can. It's funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've been missing.
And
We
it's-
have
the thing is, it's not like Morpay where he's like trying too hard to be funny
No.
and he's clearly got some like manufactured inorganic team around him. It's just him taking the piss.
Yeah, if you can...
That's what you need.
Yeah, so you can see that. You can see that you sent that meme. Also, as well, did you see the? There's his tweet there. United will never died. And then the reply: Is this your real account? No, it's Amarim's.
Yeah.
Class. He's having a time of his life, isn't he? He's absolutely brilliant. Even like,
It's because he knows he's going to come back and win the thing.
yeah, he.
Oh, we've got to get through Bilbao.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
We're
He's
fine.
got to. We've got to. Haven't we? We've got to win this thing now. After that, seriously. Rasmus Højlund's tweet was pretty funny as well, or his Instagram post.
Semi
but-
gives me a semi.
Yeah.
Yeah, semi, yeah.
And a picture of him
You
like.
can tell Karen's gone, can't
Yeah. There's been none of that on her watch. What's this? Get this down right now. Right, you're all getting fined. It's just like the lunatics are running the asylum.
Oh,
Seriously.
good.
It's about time, innit?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go full 80s and how it went down in the 80s, but
Right,
let's have a
everyone's just
little
getting
bit of
levered,
fucking
like,
personality.
before the
man,
game.
Yeah.
Amritash Priyam, is that Academy Scoop? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a few comments like that. Højlund barely scored this season, but he does really good tweets, says Ross Murphy.
That's all that matters, really.
That's all we care about. You know, no, we don't care about goals. Do you know what I mean? We've done all that. Let's have some decent
some
tweets.
vibes.
It's about time we had some good tweets.
Yeah.
Because we've had none, haven't we? Do you know what I loved as well? I know Macca loved it more. Kobe Manu celebration. Because Macca's fallen in love with Joshua Zirkzee, and he's like, you know, as you do.
He did Xerxes' celebration even better than Xerxes does.
Yeah, but you're losing your mind when you score a goal like that in the circumstances like
to
that.
keep that composure, he's just ridiculous.
Well, that's what he is.
not
He's just ice cold.
He is, mate. Because any one of us mere mortals would have just absolutely put your foot.
He's been, it's so
And
weird. He's
like,
been the exact same since he was like 15.
It's mad,
He's
innit?
just got the most ridiculous composure. He never looks pressured.
Yeah, in that
He's always in
situation,
control.
in that moment as well, and just does it like that. And just fair play to him, man. Fair play to all of them. I don't even want to criticise anyone. It was, what's Conor Nay saying? Super chat, you got to read it out. What about Casemiro, lads? Keep her lit. Casemiro's done alright, hasn't he, recently?
I thought the character him and Bruno shown last night was just... It was mega.
Bruno was everywhere, you know, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Even by his standards. He was fucking everywhere.
You can talk about how many passes they dropped. You can talk about how many crosses they just slung in a no fucker. But the fact that it just kept going, you've got no right at 4-2 down in the 115th minute of extra time to be thinking we're still in this.
I know.
Like, how cliche is it to be like just fucking give up, lads?
Yeah.
Like it's over. It's
one
over.
of those where you're almost like wanting the game to end because you're so fucking depressed and pissed off. It's almost like just get this over with. But then to keep going, like you said, to show that composure, show that determination.
It's so hard to be in control of a game in the manner that we was, and we should have got that third. To then see them pull it back, to re-up the energy, which we didn't do because obviously we decided to make it even harder by giving them a 2-goal lead, and then re-up it. It's just unheard of.
Yeah,
I think we're lucky that they're not smart enough to know when they're beat.
Yeah, that's a good point. And also the thing of like, oh, it's that 7 minutes. Doesn't matter in those situations always. Like backs to the wall kind of thing. It's not like you're playing sort of football where you're out playing each other. It's like, we're making this extra man count. You're literally hoofing fucking balls up and they're defending them all, trying to clear the lines. It's like
it was 10 men, but it was no forwards, and it was just
It
it
just
wasn't a
can't-
team that resembled anything.
no. So that's like that doesn't really help you in a weird way. It's just it's irrelevant.
I mean, we've gone down to 10 men a couple of times this season and looked like we've played better. So it's some games it depends on the context. Like I don't think you can use that to take anything away from the result in the end.
The way when they went down to 10, I thought it was really intelligent football. Just for anyone that wasn't paying attention, so frustrating when it happens against you, but you have to acknowledge it when it happens. They went down to 10, keeper injured.
Yeah.
Straight away into a huddle, the rest of the team, figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Smart football, that.
It's annoying as fucking it, but you're right, it is.
Can we talk about Euro putting his head in front of the fucking...
I think he slipped. I don't think
he slipped.
He slipped, and then he did.
Why, what's that, sorry?
You not seen
Have
it?
you not seen?
No, I don't
Jay.
think. What?
Jay.
I don't know. I can't remember.
It's basically Phil Jones with Yoro's face on it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Was it? What?
But he proper took a full power shot to the head.
Is that what he was getting treatment for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He slipped.
Yeah.
And he's kind of on the floor as someone's wound up to shoot, and he's just slugged his way into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair
play,
I think
man.
it was intentional because
It was intentional,
He had to add a bit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm
saying
just
it's
watching it now.
He slipped, but he's still flung himself at it.
That's mint.
So watch him go down first.
Can we have that on the
and then he
screen,
just
please?
goes, huh! Bursh.
What a legend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what you need.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Have a bit of that.
Use your head, son.
Do you know what?
Channeled his inner
He
Vidic.
probably woke up
if-
wondering why everyone was...
John Terry used to do that. He used to build statues for him and go on about it for fucking 3 months.
Yeah, he did more than that.
Yeah, that's true.
So racially abused a fellow professional. On a
Oh, he
football
did,
pitch.
didn't he? To be fair, he got a...
Hefty 4-game. As silky as a player he is, I don't know if he works for us.
What are your reservations of him?
Physicality.
But I think he showed it yesterday.
No, I don't.
He was breezing past people. He had more burst and more kind of strength to him than I thought he had.
I think that's because our players are knackered.
Maybe. But he's excelling in the French league in today's game is quite a good marker of being physically up to the standard.
It is a physical league.
I wouldn't worry too much about it personally. I think he'd be a great signing.
Do you think he fits the system for Amorim?
I think he's perfect as a kind of... He's not... Some people have been trying to work out whether he's a winger or a number 10. I think one of those kind of wide 10 positions where he's able to come inside but still maintain a little bit of width suits his game perfectly. I think maybe people are a little bit scarred by Sancho, and there's been a lot of comparisons between Cherki and Sancho, but I think Shirky, maybe this is naive to say, but I think he's maybe what we thought Sancho was, or has some of the qualities that we expected from Sancho. He's more two-footed. I think he is a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. He can actually take on his man and beat a man with a bit of pace and a bit of burst. I think he's got more variety in terms of his kind of creative solutions. And he's one of those players, I've seen a lot of people talking about this, he's zoneless. He can have impact from anywhere on the pitch. It doesn't matter where he picks up the ball, he's going to do something positive. And so I do understand a lot of the reservations, and definitely there's more to see, Steve, like you said, about his physicality. But I think at 20 million, it's not like you're forking out 80 million like with Sancho.
Yeah.
At 20 million, I think it's a gamble worth taking.
I mean, it makes sense with that price.
Yeah.
And if the manager feels like he can do a job for him, then maybe you should be looking at players
I think he's going to be in France's, starting 11 in 2 years maximum.
Jedi Master Tom says, "Is anyone but me worried about a Spurs final that beat us 3 times this season?"
Yeah, but it's the most Spurs thing possible
ever, isn't it? To beat us 3 times and lose the final. That would be just.
Do you know what? I hadn't actually thought about that.
Yeah,
but now I have.
Like,
it makes perfect sense.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it makes perfect
that's like
sense.
that is the most Spurs thing you can do.
Yeah.
Gareth Rodway says, Bruno Fernandes is not a good captain. Shut your mouths. He kept the team calm in the last few minutes. Make me laugh them who left the ground early. Someone sent us the Mason Mount one. Saying Jamie Clayton says, you've sent it us staring down the Olympic Lyon defender. Check your replies. Mason Mount has the right United mentality. Yeah, we looked at it. He's just staring him down as he walks off. Mason Mount did alright when he came on last night. We just need to see more of him, don't we? We need to see him playing.
Literally, that's all we need to see.
Yeah. Like, he's just had horrible luck with injuries, but hopefully, I know we've said this a million times about a million players, but hopefully now we can start kicking on. Nick French even, welcome to the academy. Yeah, a few people talking about the French league. Jamie Clayton says, Jesus, Jay, just destroyed me. No, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you for sending us that. Thank you for sending that to us. Appreciate it. There you go. What's that? Oh, no, sorry, I'm seeing something else there. Forgive me. His alternative comes out, I don't know. I don't know. Seeing all that. Ruben Samuel says, people expressing reservations about Cherky with the same ones cussing Man United if he goes to rival on the cheap and bangs. I mean, if that happens, yeah, but that's the nature of the beast, isn't it, with any signing. If we're linked with him and they do well elsewhere, we say we should have got him. Even with United players that now do well, ex-United players that do well elsewhere, we say, oh, we shouldn't have got rid of him like Anthony Elanga. But at the time, everyone thought he had to move on. What are you up to this weekend?
I have no idea now.
Game's off. When was it meant to be? Today?
Tomorrow.
Right.
So,
game. Bank holiday weekend.
A team that beat us earlier in the season robbed us of a victory, actually. Just a scandalous refereeing performance. We actually made an edit, Mortal Kombat edit, because there was literally, anytime the referee turned his back, they was punching our players. Jeez. So we made an edit of it, just trying to take the piss out of it a little bit. It was a scandalous performance.
Yeah.
They've shit out of playing us. They got absolutely rodded Wednesday night.
Right.
And now they're not turning up to play us. And do you know what the annoyance is? We've been on to them all week because they've not turned up for a few games. So we were a little bit wary that this is potentially going to happen. We need 2 wins out of 4 to get promoted. Games being postponed over shit like this. We've got no room in the calendar. We're playing Saturday, Tuesday to the end of the season. I've got no room in the calendar for it. These turds have just phoned it in, not turning up. Got 5 players. So I'd just like to stick it out there.
Don't you wish Ruben Amorim was like him?
Being completely neutral about it, you fucking shitbags. You was getting an absolute turning inside out tomorrow. You fucking deserved it, and you should have been coming and getting it. Now you're going to phone it in and get a walkover, you fucking cowards, because we'll never see you again, because you're not fucking fit to lace our boots. And we'll be out of this league, and you're not going to fucking stay in here and not get the dicking that you deserve.
Phil Sackelman sent you a message there. Is everything alright with the FC Stretford Paddock FC Twitch?
Nope. It got copywritten for us showing our own match.
Did you do a copyright strike for yourself?
I don't know what's happened.
Did you say who's live streaming who's switching our games here? This is bang out of order.
So yeah, we ain't got a game tomorrow. It's literally just been called off now. I'm obviously delighted about it. We have got a game Tuesday night though. So I assume we're going to get given the fucking points for this, which means potentially we might be able to promote Tuesday. Probably going to happen on Saturday next week though. We've got the Irish supporters coming over next Saturday. If you want to come down, it's a free entry game. There's obviously no fucking game tomorrow because our opposition are shitbags. But we've got a game Tuesday night, we've got a game Saturday at Hyde. If you want to get down, come and watch a game. One of them.
Promotion on the cards, man.
Yeah, we are promoting. We're doing it unless it's an absolute monumental fuck up. But then we've got a cup semi-final against a team that's not lost since August. That'll be a
August?
That'll be a tough one. Yeah.
You know what's going on there,
That's
man?
going to be a tough fucking game. Division above us, not lost since August. They're in 2 finals and a semi-final against us. They're obviously fucking good. So that'll be a good game. That'll be a good test.
Yeah, man.
That was meant to happen this Tuesday, and that's been postponed. So, welcome to non-league football, where fixtures are a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Suggestion.
A suggestion. Peter Kelly says, gutted, was looking forward to it. Yeah, Peter Kelly's over. I think he spoke to you. Santa Knox says FFS. Don't worry. Plenty more matches to come. Plenty more rants from Steve, rival managers who are bottling it. Don't worry about that.
Shitbags.
Yeah, those shitbags as he likes to call them. You can check Finn out on the Academy review, which is out in 2 hours. Yeah,
very exciting.
Me and Finn talking about the Academy team, and they've had a bit of a comeback today, so we're getting
they
into
just
all
copied
that.
the first team.
Yeah, this is it. It's in our DNA, and it's what we do.
It's what
Come
the
back.
club does.
Amron's basically confirmed it's under 18s FC and it going forward.
Has he said?
Well,
has he
he's
said anything
been,
more?
he's
'Cause I've
said
missed.
that, but then he's done his little thing of like where you can sort of interpret it one way or the other if you want.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to know how far he's.
It's
gonna
what
go
part of
with
the quotes you want to take.
If it was me, I'd start.
You can
with
make
18s,
either
but-
argument quite like effortless.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
About lunchtime on Sunday, won't we?
Yeah,
Finn's got a theory, hasn't he, son,
I've got a few theories.
about the team.
Yeah.
We'll see who's right. So go and check out Academy Scoop. Go and check out Ste on his channel. When's that other thing you were doing real out?
Don't know. When it's edited, probably.
Alright, fucking hell, thanks for asking.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
It is
I think
good.
that's going to be mint. So go and check out his channel and all the other channels that he runs as well. There's about 5 of them. You know where to find him. You know where to find me. That's been Finn. I've been Jay. That's been Steve. This has been The Brew. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.